Hi everybody, this is Valentina from the Really Italian Kitchen, and today we're going to talk about food. I want to talk about those 5 traditional Italian recipes that chefs and people from all over the world get wrong all the time, mostly in Italian restaurants that are outside of Italy, and sometimes in Italy too. Some people really don't know how to cook. Just because they're Italian doesn't mean they know how to make certain recipes. Today we're going to talk about the authentic way of making those dishes. So yes, you may say, but my grandmother used to make it that way. That's fine, but that's not the authentic way. So as authentic as it can be, the first thing we're going to talk about is pesto. Pesto is a very ingredient oriented dish because there is no skill necessary to make pesto. All you have to do is chop all the ingredients together. You don't even need to cook it. There it is. There you have pesto. And people still can get it wrong. First of all, about pesto, no cream in pesto. Absolutely no heavy cream in pesto. Heavy cream flattens the flavors, and any chef who knows how to cook knows that. The other thing is the proportions about pesto. It's not equal proportions of basil, pine nuts, and Parmigiano cheese. It's actually basil, pine nuts, Parmigiano, then a lot of really good quality extra virgin olive oil. I actually just posted a video about pesto, and mine is not the traditional pesto because I don't like garlic in it. But the original authentic recipe from Genova does call for a little bit of garlic, not 3 cloves of garlic for 2 people. You're gonna kill your guests, and then you're not gonna be able to talk to one another after your meal. Don't cook the basil in the pan with the pasta. Just, that's not how you do it. It's gonna cook the basil leaves. It's gonna turn black. The other ingredient-oriented dish that requires no skill at all, and yet people get it wrong all the time, is caprese salad. So caprese salad, you have to have good mozzarella. You have to be in the season for tomatoes, because otherwise, don't even bother. You have to have a good couple of leaves of basil and really good tasting extra virgin olive oil, a little bit of salt. If anybody puts balsamic on your caprese or crushed pepper or black pepper of sort, no, that is not the authentic caprese. Authentic caprese is super simple, and it's all based on the quality of the ingredients. To sum it up, no black pepper, no balsamic vinegar, no crushed red peppers either, no garlic. Absolutely, it's not a bruschetta. This one's my favorite. Carbonara. So carbonara is a dish that even in Italy sparks fights because everybody has its right way of making carbonara, and of course their way is the best. So I'm gonna talk about how they make it in Rome. Does not use and does not require any extra virgin olive oil. Absolutely no garlic, no onion in the carbonara, because you have the pancetta, and actually it's not pancetta, it's guanciale, but pancetta, I have to say, makes a pretty good substitution, especially if you're abroad and guanciale is hard to come by. Bacon may even work because it has the same salty flavor, but once you try it the traditional way, go to Rome, get a carbonara, your mind's gonna be blown. Again, no heavy cream, because heavy cream, what we were saying before, it flattens out the flavors of the bacon and of the egg, and of course the pecorino romano. No Parmigiano Reggiano in Rome. They'll get really offended if you put Parmigiano on a carbonara. It's pecorino. Lasagna. Even lasagna is one of those dishes that has 1,000 different interpretations all over Italy. So we're gonna talk about the way they make it up north. Absolutely no ricotta, no mozzarella in a lasagna. It's made with ragu sauce, which is meat sauce. But of course, you can make adjustments. If you're a vegetarian, you'll make a vegetarian lasagna, but then you're not gonna call it authentic lasagna. I've even seen a chef, which I'm not gonna name, that makes a blend of ricotta, a little bit of heavy cream, and mozzarella and grated Parmigiano, and then she puts an egg in it to make it stick together before she puts it on the layers of the lasagna. No, We're not making ravioli. We're not making anything else. Lasagna is supposed to be creamy. That's why it calls for bechamel sauce. And last but not least, tiramisu, which is my personal favorite dessert. The first thing I've ever learned how to make when I was little was tiramisu, and I would make it with my whole family. And again, the recipe that I showed you on my YouTube channel is not traditional. It's not the traditional recipe, because after so many years of eating tiramisu with soggy ladyfingers in it, I made the executive decision to get rid of the ladyfingers. I am tired of eating soggy tiramisu. So the cookies I use for tiramisu retain a little bit of the crunchiness and of the texture. But besides that, the main problem that I always see with people's tiramisu recipe is their efforts to try and cook the eggs. Get over it. Tiramisu is made with raw eggs. Buy them pasteurized if you feel more comfortable and if you don't want to eat raw eggs. I'm definitely not pushing you towards that decision if you don't feel like that's the right decision for you. But that's how tiramisu is made. So if you don't want to eat raw eggs and you don't want to use pasteurized eggs, then make something else. Go make something else, don't make tiramisu. Because the fluffiness is given by the whites, which get whipped, and it gives it that airy, soft texture in the cream. Instead, I always see, of course, here it is again, heavy cream. And yet again, heavy cream makes everything taste like heavy cream. So please just ditch the heavy cream if you're into Italian cooking. There really isn't a lot of heavy cream used in our cuisine, and most things that are creamy, the creaminess is given by other things in the recipe already. No need to add extra heaviness to it. The other mistake I see people make when they make tiramisu is try to soak the cookies in instant powder coffee. My friends at home would kill me if they ever saw me do that. It's okay. You don't have a mocha machine maybe, or you don't have an espresso machine, but that doesn't mean you should be using instant coffee. Just make a strong coffee with the percolator, or make a strong French press coffee and then soak the cookies in that. The coffee has to be a good present flavor. No instant powder coffee, no heavy cream in tiramisu. Don't cook the eggs. So if you're really into Italian cuisine and Italian food and culture, please ditch the heavy cream, invest in good high quality ingredients, invest in good extra virgin olive oil, because that's going to give this flavor to everything you make, and invest into some good Parmigiano cheese. I hope this was helpful. Obviously, you can find all of those recipes on my YouTube channel. I would love to hear your opinion about this. Is there a dish from your youth, from your culture, that when you go out to dinner, people get wrong all the time and you wish that they could just get it right once? So let's share some frustration in the comments section below. And don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you for following The Real Italian Kitchen. Ciao, ciao.